Hi, this is Coffee County Mayor Judd Matheny. Stay tuned for the mayor's message. Hello, I'm Coffee County Mayor Judd Matheny, and I want to wish you all happy Independence Day. It should be July 3rd when you watch this. And be safe out there shooting fireworks today and tomorrow. There's a lot of fireworks going on around Manchester, Tullahoma, Murfreesboro. I think down at the lake, Bluegill Grill's probably going to have some, or there'll be some somewhere down there. A lot of great fireworks shows. So be safe and support your local fireworks retailers. I know I already bought a bunch, and we're going to go down to the river and shoot them. So we're going to have a good time. But just for a couple minutes, let me update you on county business. We're in the middle of we're in the final session of our budget negotiations. We had hoped to pass the budget this past week, but there were a lot of commissioners kind of wake up at the last minute and try to look at the budget, even though we have been working on it since February, and everything has already been done in conjunction with the county finance director in the budget. It's just normal machinations of this process for people not to pay attention to the budget and then wake up at the 11th hour and decide they have comments about the budget. So we were prepared for that, and budget just stalled, and we're going to go on to July 11th before we finally pass it. And it's mostly due with pay raises. That's the biggest thing. But it is worth noting that when I first took over, 17 of the 18 commissioners did tell me their number one goal was to increase pay and benefits in this county. So I put forward a budget that does that, and it really doesn't have much more deficit spending, all things considered, than budgets in the past have. We're getting about $750,000 new recurring dollars from the state to stand up an SRO program, a school resource officer program. Our sheriff has been very vigilant and already stood up such a program about 75% of the way. So he's only going to need a portion of that money, and the rest is going back to the general fund. And we were using that to help with the pay raises. Since it was kind of extra money at the last minute. Plus, we've got about $100,000 in over collections on business taxes. TVA's got about $60,000 a year more money now they're sending us recurring, and a shared fund that we have with them. Our rate of growth is about 3.5%. When you look at sales taxes and property taxes and those things that are contributing that rate of growth, that's about $785,000 new dollars a year coming in. So we have more than enough for the pay raises. We have more than enough for special projects for our county, and we remain very budgetarily strong with a strong reserve balance, and we can be proud of that. The problems, not the problems, but the negotiations that we're having in the budget committee, which are all founded, we're fortunate that they all come from a standpoint of we have plenty, just where do we need to put it to go? As I've said many times, Coffee County is not in a fire sale. We're not trying to rob Peter to pay Paul to pay our bills. We're doing very well. Most counties around us have substantial tax increases, and but they also pay their employees more. We can pay our employees more to match many of those counties and not have to consider a tax increase. Nothing like that at this moment. So we're working through that, and we're going to get through it. Also, the animal control, working on that, new animal control building, waiting on a final survey and an appraisal on an additional acre of land that's been offered to us, which will give us a total of about 2.6 usable acres right on Highway 41 for a modern animal control facility that I want to also include adoption services, spay and neuter services, maybe a dog park, that type of thing. Health department update real quick. Still working with the state on trying to get our architect locked in order to start building the construction plans. State's put about a 4-month delay on that, but we're still moving forward. I think it haunts us a little bit. The previous administration closed the Manchester Health Department early. We should have kept it open a couple more years, but it is what it is, and we're going to get through it. And the mega site, real quick. The state of Tennessee is granting Coffee County $23 million to buy the 1,872-acre mega site. We're going to rename it the Coffee County I-24 Industrial Park. And we already have many suitors lined up looking at that property. So I think we're going to see a lot happening in the next year. So be proud to live in Coffee County. I appreciate all the help I get from the commission and from the department heads. It's just impeccable. Everybody carries their weight. And nobody takes their toys and goes home. If they don't like something, they help me work it out. And I want to thank Philip behind the camera back there. He does a great job. And I will see you next week on the Mayor's Message. Don't forget to call us if you need us, 931-723-5100.